It's a somewhat blustery day in London today. I'm here to visit one of my best friends, so I'm very excited to see her and to experience this place for the first time. My boyfriend woke up earlier than I did and went off to fetch some breakfast, so in the meantime, I'll give you a little tour of where we're staying. This apartment is very cozy. I love the skylight that lets the light in or allows you to admire the rain falling down over the glass, depending. There's lots of little lamps emitting their warm glow all over the place, just how I like it. Nice ambient light. There's firewood in this fireplace. Lots of art and books. We're going to be spending all our time exploring the city, but we definitely could spend a lot of time here. These two are having a lovely time dancing amongst the glasses in the kitchen. This plant on the counter is cool. It looks like a bunch of necklaces. All the beads strung onto all the strings. My favorite part about this place is definitely this view out into the garden. I can't wait to have some nice quiet sitting time out there. The stairs are old and creaky and feel pretty precarious as you climb up them. It's all part of the terrifying charm. Let's head up there so I can show you the bedrooms. Very carefully watching our step. Sorry about the mess. You're getting an authentic look. Yeah, just a nice bedroom here and a nice bedroom there. I'm going to start getting ready for the day by brushing out my bed head. Brush, 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 brush. And moisturizing my face. The cold, windy weather here has been getting my face pretty dry, so I'm trying to nourish it well, get it back to its hydrated state. I'm brightening up my under eyes with some foundation. Blot, 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 blotting it all over the face. And setting it with some translucent powder so it won't budge. Next is blush to bring some life back into my face. And a light wash of sparkly eyeshadow over the lids to pull some attention to the eyes. A coat of mascara. And a peachy pink lip stain. Breakfast has arrived. It's a croissant, very tasty, buttery, flaky, all the things a croissant should be. And a hazelnut latte. And a berry smoothie. Very good. It's chilly but nice out, so I'm going to enjoy my breakfast out in the garden. I love the way this garden looks, all the way down to the bricks on the ground with the sprouts and moss bursting out from between them. I wish I'd brought my sweater out here, but I can't be bothered to run back upstairs for it. Thankfully I've got the latte to keep me warm, and the croissant for morale. But wait, it gets even better. I thought I was having breakfast by myself. Little did I know I had company of the highest caliber. This lovely little fellow was nestled under the firewood, grooming himself. What a great spot. I bet he hangs out here a lot. Once he was done grooming himself, he stepped down onto the stones to say hello. I love his light green eyes, white mittens, and white-tipped tail and mouth. He looks like he's gotten into some milk. He only has a moment to spare before it's time to head out into the garden to explore. Much to see, much to do. He looks so pretty with all the flowers surrounding him. I wonder if he ever munches on any of the fruits or vegetables that are growing out here. I certainly would if I were him. Oh, to be an outdoor cat wandering around all the gardens in the neighborhood. I bet that just like hummingbirds know the houses that have feeders they can keep coming back to, he has his favorite gardens with the coziest spots to nestle in, the best smelling flowers, and the tastiest strawberries to eat. Now it's time for us to venture out and explore as well. First stop is the Moomin store. As soon as I saw this place, I was excited. I'm on a mission to get a Moomin souvenir. Don't know what it will be, but I'm gonna get it. They decorated the entrance with all of these themed signs and hanging bits and bobs. It all made it feel like you're walking straight into Moomin Valley. You can send some post the Moomin's way if you'd like. Here's a list of some of their offerings. They really did have a great variety of things. Heading up the stairs. It's a teeny tiny shop and it was super packed. Everybody wants a piece of Moomin. I wanted so many of the products in here. Such cute dinnerware, spoons, bowls, mugs, even spatulas. I'm not sure if these are cups or candle holders or what, but I love them. Pretty colors together. Patterned socks galore. I almost got some socks, but then I spotted this bag and immediately I knew this is the souvenir of my dreams. I have to have it. The Moomin mission is complete. Now we're getting afternoon tea. This place is quite luxurious. There's a tea shop downstairs and a sit-down restaurant upstairs. The menu was overwhelming. So many options. It's like a dictionary. But I chose one called Madame Butterfly and was happy with it. It had a subtly sweet and fruity flavor that was really enjoyable after walking around in the cold all morning. Warming our bones up. Got to add some sugar, of course. Lots of sugar. The tea also came with these tea-infused pastries. They looked straight out of Alice in Wonderland. Then cranberry scones with butter and jelly. This pastry with the red on top was my favorite. It had toffee and hazelnuts inside. I love something that's both soft and crunchy. After finishing the tea and treats, we're heading downstairs to shop around. I love the look of the inside of this place. It felt like a wand shop. So much fun to look around. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to the world of tea, so I was really surprised by the wide variety of different tea items that exist. Such beautiful packaging on everything, and a wide variety of shapes and colors of teapots on display. Those silver ones are what they serve you with upstairs. These glass ones are my favorite, so elegant. Now we're walking around a street market. I really wish I'd captured more footage here, but it was so packed it was hard to film without being in the way. But lots of interesting antiques, clothes, jewelry, flowers, and food. Finally, time for dinner. A few different people highly recommended this place, and I'm so glad they did. Probably the best meal I've ever had. The flowers all over the ceiling were beautiful. It was very cozy and romantic in here with the dim amber lighting. I got a mocktail called Asian Fancy, which had black tea, cranberry, honey, lemon, and orange blossom water. And my boyfriend got one I don't remember the name of, but it came in this really cool orb. This is the steak tartare with pickled onion, chive crumb, and smoked dressing. Lamb with asparagus and truffle mashed potato, and the chicken. For dessert, we got the creme brulee. It was incredible. It had a richness and depth of flavor that was very impressive. And then that night, there were foxes on the street visible from our place. Good morning. I would like to start today off with a haul of what I bought yesterday at the Moomin shop. I didn't really let on to the full scope of the haul. I got a lovely wintry tote, a small zip-up bag featuring Stinky. I think this would be good for holding jewelry when I travel. A crossbody purse with a picturesque scene of a party in the woods. A nice shade of teal for the inner lining. I've been pretty cold so far on the trip, so I'm excited to wear this beanie. It's a nice deep green with this patch featuring a Moomin hug in the forest. I also got this collection of teas in an envelope that says a letter from a friend. Lunch today is at a place called Sketch that has a bunch of different ornately themed rooms. I booked the Glade, which has this gorgeous garden wonderland theme with mossy green shag carpeting to look like a grassy meadow, lighting that looks like dappled sunlight shining down through the trees. These mirrors that were slowly rotating around, reflecting light. The bathroom is crazy, very shiny white, futuristic. Each toilet is in its own private egg pod, and the ceiling is made up of all of these colored panels. These appetizers were kind of weird and underwhelming. The bread was amazing though. I loved, I'm not sure what kind of crunchy vegetable is on top of the scallops, but it was so good. Not the corn, I know what corn is. And then the salmon was nice too. And then we shared this trio of little baby desserts. The one with the fig was my favorite. After lunch, we're going for a walk. The scenery is so beautiful. Lots of interesting trees and flowers, fruits and birds to look at. let's sit by the water for a while to bird watch. My beanie's keeping me warm in all this wind. It's fun hearing their different voices, seeing them float around and occasionally dive down for food. I like the greenery growing up the side of this wall with the red tones at the edge and the berries on this tree. We're taking some time to lay on a log and admire some leaves.
Which one's your favorite leaf?
Well, it's a kind of crazy that you ask because actually might not my favorite leaf right here.
Oh, I'm kind of disappointed with that choice.
I mean, actually this one is right.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one.
For the evening, we're hanging out at this bar our friend Alex told us about. The interior design in here is awesome. It looks, I don't know, so fantastical. Like a place you would come celebrate with your D&D party. I wish I could film some Babelbrook videos in here. Every inch of the place would make for a wonderful backdrop. Nerve elixir, iron bitters, tinked rhubarb. I thought this stained glass clock was really neat. We're ending the night with some walking around and window shopping. This street was full of fancy shops, so it was bustling with people. Lots of the big designers, Chanel, Burberry. We're all on this street. I think this display with the hot air balloons is pretty. I'm not sure what they're selling, even perfume maybe. And some nice flower bouquets for sale here. Looks like cotton and reeds. Those would make some nice filler and bouquets. Roses, of course. Very nice.
Howdy.
It's raining in southeast London. We're on the way to the British Museum. We started pouring cats and dogs out.
It was a pleasant, rainy walk from our place to the museum. So glad we brought an umbrella though, or else we would have been completely soaked and miserable by the time we got there. I enjoyed the print room a lot, like this map, and an advertisement for a royal menagerie, the only black swan ever seen in this kingdom. Isn't this amazing? This black scaly sculpture looks like it harbors ancient power, and this little bucket-sized painting really captures the warm feeling of walking around at night. This bowl has an unbelievable amount of precision and detail. The artist Osono Hitomi painstakingly attached 1,000 leaves, giving the impression that they are gently rustling. The museum is comparing her work to that of ancient flame pots shown nearby. We're finishing today off with a macaron treat. Nice little rainy day dessert. I think my favorite flavor was the pistachio. The next day is another museum day, natural history this time. I'm meeting up with my friend Ruby. This was the perfect outing for the two of us because we love admiring pretty things, and this building is gorgeous. The architecture has so many ornate features to admire, and then on the inside it's filled to the brim with special treasures to go ooh and ah at together. These dinosaur animatronics are fun to watch move around, and I love seeing the excited reactions of all the little kids. They're mesmerized. The animatronics just keep getting better. Now with this pair of fuzzy guys looking around at everyone. Cute tails. But my favorite has to be this sleepy guy, twitching a bit in his slumber. I wish they were selling prints of these biological illustrations. How pretty. Lots of wet specimens to admire. Ruby really loved this part.
Which one's your favorite?
Certain rooms are minimalistic and modern, but the main areas of the museum are so striking and cathedral-like. It's hard to stop staring up at it all. Felt like our first day at the Witch Academy. We're ready to learn all about the magical herbs and creatures. I adore this ceiling. This is my favorite ceiling. I want to steal it. Upstairs, there's an unending collection of sparkly gems and crystals. I tried my best to capture my favorites for you. Isn't this furry one crazy? I didn't know such a thing could exist. This white one here with the flaky texture is quartz and pyrite. Almost looks like petals of a flower. And this globular aggregate looks like a snow cone. Scelenohedra dusted with hematite. Scelenohedra terminated by rhombohedra in parallel position. Dolomite from Moss Bay Mine in Cumberland. Crust of tabular crystals from South Africa. Composite pink crystals on quartz from India. Another one of my beloved fuzzy crystals. Radiating mass of slender crystals from Oregon, they say. Brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows in this case. Rhodochrosite shown off glowing in the dark. Butterscotch crystals from Arizona. Aquamarine from Pakistan. And Burnonite from Cornwall. This display of taxidermied birds is gorgeous right by the stained glass windows. The daylight streaming in shows off the sheen and the striking colors of their feathers so well. Here's Dippy, described as the nation's favorite dinosaur. He's a diplodocus with a long, thin tail that is thought to have been used like a whip to discourage predators, and as a tripod to support themselves when they tipped back onto their back legs to reach high up leaves on the trees. Ruby and I are having a nice rainy walk back to the station to go our separate ways for now. This station was so cool. I liked how it was open air, looking up at the buildings. Getting on different trains was so sad. Back at the hotel, I'm a little tickled by this sign that I think in America would say something more like keep out or employees only, but here it says no peeking. Naughty, naughty. This morning we're getting an early start to go wander around Covent Garden and find breakfast somewhere. Apple Market is getting set up for the day. None of the shops are open yet. There's barely anyone out, so it's a peaceful stroll. Beautiful, beautiful tree in front of this church. So nice, I make you look at it twice. The bright yellow of the Breakfast Club caught our eye, so we settled on there and ordered coffee, orange juice, a big breakfast platter they called the Full Monty, and a bacon buddy. It was delicious, great way to get the day started. Most of the shops and pubs have flower boxes or hanging baskets overhead, and it makes the streets look warm and welcoming. This is Petersham Nurseries in Delhi. We didn't go inside because they weren't open yet, but lots of admiring from the outside. How pretty are all these flowers? I was very interested in this glowing box of cactuses and trash. Now nighttime has fallen, and we're walking around enjoying the sights and the sounds of Covent Garden. It's pretty busy out right now. Everyone's headed to dinner, drinks with their friends. This place caught our eye earlier on in the day because we liked the look of it. I'm so glad we decided to come back. It came alive at night. They describe themselves as elevated British comfort food with cocktails and wines for all occasions in a historic Covent Garden townhouse named after the infamous 19th century courtesan who resided close by, Cora Pearl. We chose the burrata peach and hazelnut appetizer and a couple of refreshing citrusy cocktails. This drink was so good. This is that burrata. It was scrumptious. I honestly don't remember what the rest of the food was. I think that's lamb, and I really don't remember. But the waiter recommended we get the fries, and I will remember him forever for that. These are the crispiest, most perfectly seasoned, best fries I've ever had. After dinner, we're heading to West End to explore Chinatown. The streets are filled with curious people, bright lights, and delicious smells. All of the glittering lights and red lanterns everywhere made for a very picturesque walk. This is the perfect place to come after dinner because there's so many different treats, great options for drinks and dessert. We eventually decided on boba. We went to Lucky Tea, and I got a taro milk with tapioca pearls.
Aw, yeah.
I wanted to see Big Ben, so we started to make our way over to the River Thames. The weather's so pleasant, it's perfect for a nighttime walk. I think this is the portrait gallery. Here we are at Big Ben, one of the most iconic symbols of the UK. All four nations of the UK are represented on the tower on these shields featuring a rose for England, thistle for Scotland, shamrock for England, and leek for Wales. This is the London Eye, an observation wheel where you can get a good look at the city from high, high above. There's such a contrast between the antique majesty of Big Ben and Westminster Abbey, and then the glowing skyscrapers